Technical issues. Awesome. Brilliant. I've tried not to use the little touch screen today. So good morning, everyone. How is everyone? Hope they're all well. This is something different today. Something different. I am planning on talking about my family tree. Before I get into that, I just want to do a couple of bit of home housework. What's the word? I don't know. Housekeeping. That's the one. I've got a couple of videos that I am working on at the moment. So this is quickly going to be the first one. It's very short videos. And so that is one I'm trying to work on, which is a competition for your chance to win a free football shirt. I am trying to push it really hard, not getting as much traction as I would like. So if you're interested, please let me know. That'd be great. And then this weekend will be the premiere of this one. So yeah, that will be this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. I'm just waiting back from Moss to hear exactly what day we're going to do. But it's going to be a football-based chat show, just me and Moss talking football. There'll be a StreamYard link for people to come on and talk about football. So yeah, that's that. Today is mainly all about my family tree. Now, before I get into it, I will just give you a bit of background information that the reason I did this is due to my past. I was adopted when I was young, didn't know anything about my family, so did the DNA test on Ancestry, come up with some interesting family on there. I think I've got like over 2,000 people of interest now on Ancestry. And whilst I was doing that, I found out that I have a huge part of my family that are in the Mormon church. So I went through that route, Last Day Saints, basically. And they've got their own website, which I've linked my account with. Because if you do that, their website's actually free, which is great. But on there is something that I will show you. And basically what we'll talk about is who I'm related to, people of interest. There's, I think, over 40 on that one. On my tree, there's over 2,000. But yeah, it's be the like the longest show ever. We'll have to do like a 48-hour non-stop stream. So today's going to be, I'm trying to get as many 40 as I can. I should be able to do them all. But yeah, my son's at school, so the house is quiet. So I thought I'd do this. The StreamYard link is in the chat if anyone wants to come on and talk, and if they want to know how to do the family tree, more than welcome. I'll help them. But this was quite interesting, so I thought I'd do this. I find it interesting. It's fascinating for me, for someone that doesn't have any family, apart from my partner and my son now, obviously. But I don't have family. It's a long story about that one, but we're not going to get into that today. I want this to be a happy show, not a sad show. Right, so I just got to try and work out how to share the screen with you guys. And that one. There we go. I think you should be seeing that now. But what I am going to do is take me off. There we go. Have no need to see me today. So we're not going to go into showing me today. Right. So this is the website. It is FamilySearch.org. If you type that in, it will come up with Latter Day Saints. Don't worry, you don't have to be religious to be part of it. They have a fantastic system. It's part of their, I wouldn't say culture, but it's something that they work on very thoroughly, to do with like helping their relatives that have passed away. It's a long story, and I don't really want to get into this as a religious show. So if you're interested in that, more than welcome to message me, and I will message you personally about it. I have learned about it all. But yeah, I don't want to get this into a religious show today. But I'm going to quickly show you the video before I get into it. Yeah, so family tree. It pretty much is like that video. It's like a case of there's so many branches, so many leaves, and I thought that video was actually quite correct with this family tree, to be fair. So here we go. We're going to go into the first person on here. I do apologise about my weird positioning, but I have a back issue. So yeah, we're going to click on Gordy Howe. Now, Gordy Howe is my 13th cousin, 13 times removed. Now, I should be able to go up the tree. No, can't. Hang on. No, I can, but for some reason it's not. There we go. Okay, so that's all my bloodline. As you'll see there, Catherine Barclay. Now, this is the Barclay family, and yes, it is to do with Barclays Bank. It's also to do with the Quakers. There's also one that comes off that branch of Catherine Barclay that is called Elizabeth Fry. Now, Elizabeth Fry is an amazing woman that had a lot to do with prison reform. She's one that is on my tree that I am very proud that she's on there. There's like if this is how crazy my tree is. My tree has 2 current MPs that are in House of Commons now, active MPs. But I also have James Blunt. James Blunt is my 6th cousin. So yeah, my tree's a bit mad. Can't lie about this. But yeah, this is how Gordy Howe is related to me. So we'll go all the way back here to William Keith of Marischal, who married Elizabeth Gordon. I think the squiggly bit for not the squiggly bit for. I don't know why the squiggly bit's there. Once removed normally means that this is like it's not direct line, it's one removal. To be honest, everyone's related no matter what. That's how I will put it. Everyone's related. Even if it's once removed, it's still you share something with them. That's the main thing. But then we go down. Let's have a look. Squiggles there. Yeah, squiggles are just to keep them in line, isn't it? But yeah, so that's Gordy Howe. Now, Gordy Howe is someone that my good friend Moss told me about. He was like the godfather of NHL. I'm just going to Google him now. Right. Let's just quickly go through him. So Gordy Howe was a Canadian professional ice hockey player from 1946 to 1980. He played 26 seasons in the National Hockey League and 6 seasons in the World Hockey Association. I have not heard of that. I have to ask Moss about that. His first 25 seasons were spent with the Detroit Red Wings, nicknamed Mr. Hockey. Howe is often considered the most complete player to ever play the game and one of the greatest of all time. His retirement, his 801 goals, 1,049 assists, and 1,850 total points were all NHL records that stood until they were broken by Wayne Gretzky, who himself has been a major champion of Howe's legacy. So that's nice. What's the 1,000? So you get, hang on, so you get a point if you get an assist. Okay. I don't know about that. How does that work? No idea. But anyway, that is the first one. So we're going to come out on that. Now I'm going to do, I've got a horrible feeling this is going to take a very long time. We're already 10 minutes in. So I'm probably going to split this out into 3 different parts, I think. Right, so I'm going to do one Trailblazer. So we are going to do, well, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to do, we're going to talk about all of them. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We might finish on the next part, which will be entertain as an artist, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So, Helen Keller. Let's just type it up first so we can load her up. There we go. So I'm in a lot happier mood because I know you guys can't see me today, so it makes me a lot happier. Not a great fan of having my face on the screen. Right, so Helen Keller. Let's do Helen Keller. Helen Keller is my 10th cousin 4 times removed. So again, we go all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. So James Arth Bonnet married a Jean Stewart. Well, the Stewart family, people in the UK will know that is a royal line. And then we come down here. Robert Spotswood. Governor Alexander Spotswood. It's an interesting name, isn't it? Obviously, all these people are people that were obviously in my tree as well. And there we go. There's Helen Keller. So Helen Keller, if people don't know, Helen Keller was an American author, disability rights advocate, political activist, and lecturer. She was born in Alabama. She lost her sight and her hearing after a bout of illness at the age of 19 months. She then communicated primarily using home signs until the age of 7. When she met her first teacher and lifelong companion, Anne Sullivan, this young woman taught Keller language, including reading and writing. After an education at both specialist and mainstream schools, Keller attended Radcliffe College of Harvard University and became the first deaf-blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. So she was a fantastic woman. Determined, that's for certain. But yeah, fantastic woman there. So yeah, she is my 10th cousin 4 times removed. Now we're going to go into Robert Peary. Now he is a more direct cousin, yeah. He's not removed. Removed doesn't really suggest that you're not related because you are related. It's just not so direct. So yeah, here's Robert Peary. So he's my 13th cousin. So we're going to go up again. Up. The Barclay family have got a lot to answer for. Love them. So that's Elizabeth Colville. Something to do with the Colvilles there. I don't know what all that's about. We've got Janet Dundas, Robert Donaldson, more Donalds, David Lister, Joseph Kilgore, Alice Kilgore, Benjamin Wiley, Mary Wiley, and there he is, my 13th cousin, Robert Peary. Now, for people that don't know Robert Peary, here we go again. Robert Edwin Peary Sr. was an American explorer and officer in the United States Navy who made several expeditions to the Arctic. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, he is best known for, in April 1909, leading an expedition that claimed to be the first to have reached the geographic North Pole. Matthew Henson, part of the expedition, is thought to have reached what they believe to be the North Pole narrowly before Peary. So yeah, that's Robert Peary. I'm going to go into, for me, the most interesting one, I have to admit. Martin Luther King, who is also my 13th cousin. Martin Luther King. Now, when I saw this the other day, I was like, wow. That, me, is amazing. So yeah, we've got Martin Luther King now. Amazing man. Can you all see that? I think you can. Just having to double check it. You can all see. I think you can. What we got? 16 minutes now. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna go into this, and then we'll go into, what's the next category? I can't remember now. What's the next category? Entertainers and artists. Okay. So here we go. We go up again. Now this one is more interesting because who's missing? The Berkeley family, correct? Talk to myself, but it doesn't matter. Now, this Stedman line is the Stedman line that is very important for me. This is the Latter-day Saints line. But you go really far back to Thomas Hubbard and Audrey Howe. I don't really know who they are. I'll be perfectly honest from speaking to you right now. I don't know who they are. What I will say to you is the Stedman line go back to 15 something. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But they Isaac Stedman, who is my something cousin, uncle, so far back I couldn't even tell you the number, was the sailor who did the Mayflower, which is a big part of American history. So yeah, this is a big part of American history. So anyway, we got Thomas Hubbard there. We got first Baronet Henry Hubbard, I'm guessing. The reason obviously people are going to question why the surname is different. It's just that is literally down to errors. Errors on documents. It happens ridiculously so many times. If I quickly show you down here, like William Stedman there, names change over the years, which doesn't really help. When you're trying to trace your family tree, it doesn't really help. I've got really quite good at it now. I do family trees. That's what I do. Like, I would say it's like a hobby, but it kind of is. To be fair, I actually enjoy doing it. It's fascinating finding about people and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, we got where we got. I missed it. Yeah, first Baronet Henry Hubbard, and you got George Hubbard. You got Sergeant Daniel Hubbard. I don't know anything about these people here, to be honest. Isham Smith, Martha Elizabeth Smith, Thomas Harrison Parks, William Henry Parks, Jenny Celeste Parks, married a Reverend Adam Daniel Williams. And then we obviously got Martin Luther's dad there. And you got his mum, Alberta Christine Williams. And then you have Martin Luther King. Now, I'm not going to be rude and say, oh, you should all know about him. So I am going to also talk about Martin Luther King. So Martin Luther King Jr. was an American Baptist minister, an activist who became the most visible spokesman and leader in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. He was an African American church leader and son of early rights activist and minister Martin Luther King Sr. King advanced civil rights for people of color in the United States through nonviolence and civil disobedience inspired by his Christian beliefs and the nonviolent activism of Mahatma Gandhi. He led targeted nonviolent resistance against Jim Crow laws and other forms of discrimination. It's just a very small amount of what he'd done. He did so much. It's crazy how much he actually did personally. So yeah, there's Martin Luther King. We are going to go into entertainers and artists. So now we've got Mark Twain. Mark Twain is my 10th cousin 3 times removed. So still related, but a little bit of a curveball on it. Yeah, you're still related, but it's just a bit of a curveball. Mark Twain. I shall give you information about who he is. So Mark Twain was born Samuel Langhorne Clemens. He was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. He was lauded as the great humorist the United States has produced, and William Faulkner called him the father of American literature. His novels include The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and its sequels, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, the latter of which has often been called the Great American Novel. So yeah, that's Mark Twain. We're going to try and get through some of these. I didn't want to do a very long stream today. There's Mark Twain. Walt Disney. Again, another man that when I saw he was on here, I was like, what? It's just one of those. Sometimes my family tree confuses me, like, drastically, because it's just so many different people, and I'm like, how? How are they all in my tree? But anyway, Walter Elias Disney was an American animator, film producer, and entrepreneur. A pioneer of the American animation industry, he produced several developments in the production of cartoons. As a film producer, he holds the record for most Academy Awards earned and nominations by an individual, having won 22 Oscars from 59 nominations. He was presented with 2 Golden Globe Special Achievement Awards and Emmy Award, among other honours. Several of his films are included in the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Disney was the first person to be nominated for Academy Awards in 6 different categories, a record he shares with Alfonso Cuarón, and George Clooney, although Kenneth Branagh later surpassed all 3 with nominations in 7 categories. So it has been broken now. But yeah, so there is Walt Disney. He is... this is a Stedman line. This is different. Oh, okay, that one's different. So this is a Stedman line. Okay. I know they're all Stedman lines anyway, but a lot of them kind of branch off from the Barclay side of it. So yeah, it's slightly different from here, which is quite nice. I like it. So it goes back to John Tilden and Patience Castelline. I don't know. So we've got William Hatch, Phoebe Main, Rachel Kingsbury, Violet Lawrence, Charles Henry Cole, Flora Cole. There's his dad, Elias Charles Disney. And there is himself, Walt Disney. I'm going to go to Robert Louis Stevenson. Let's just quickly type his name in. Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, so Robert Louis Stevenson, born in 1850, was a Scottish novelist, essayist, poet, and travel writer. He is best known for works such as Treasure Island, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Kidnapped, and A Child Garden of Verses. Fascinating man. It's weird that I actually really love Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I love treasure stuff. It gets really weird sometimes. My family tree, because you think, wow, it's really, really, really interesting. So then we got George Bernard Shaw. Let's just type your name in, young man. Oh, I lied. George Bernard Shaw. All right, so George Bernard Shaw, known as his existence simply as Bernard Shaw, was an Irish playwright, critic, polemist, and political activist. His influence on Western theatre, culture, and politics extended from the 1880s to his death and beyond. He wrote more than 60 plays, including major works such as Man and Superman, Pygmalion, and Saint Joan, with a range incorporating both contemporary satire and historical allegory. Shaw became the leading dramatist of his generation, and in 1925 was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. So, fascinating man. Born in Ireland, born in Dublin. But yeah, that is George Bernard Shaw. I don't know if I went through the trees on it. But anyway, this is another study around Neves. See, she's my third great grandmother. Is that right? Hang on, that's my dad, grandmother, great grandmother, great grandmother. Third great grandmother. So again, it's Neves. Well, Marianne Neves there. Who's there? These George and Marianne were the first people to go over to America. They took the daring trip in 1871, I think. They moved to America. So yeah, we're going to go back. See how far back it goes. This one goes really far. William Boys, interesting name. But yeah, that's so that's George Bernard Shaw. I'm just getting more comfy. If you don't have to see me today, I can get comfy. Lovely stuff. Right. What we got here? Let's come off that one. Henry David Thoreau. Thoreau. I don't even know how to say that name. And I actually do not know who he is. Not off the top of my head, anyway. Okay. Let's just quickly see where he links in the family. That's another Barclay link. So that goes back to John Stewart Athol, who marries a beautiful young lady, Eleanor Sinclair Athol. So yeah, got some interesting names there. Captain Josiah Jones, Colonel Elijah Jones, Cynthia Dunbar. So yeah. Oh, I know. I remember what the 3 times moved. It's how far back they go. Yeah, because look, you got 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. So yeah. So you got 1 is John W.H. Martin. 2 is Thomas James Martin, and then 3 is Mary Ann Collins. So yeah, he's my 11th cousin. I think if he was further down, he would be my cousin, but a different number. I think it'd be my 14th cousin. I think that's how it works. Yeah, can't remember. I did read it one day and I've totally forgot all about it, to be fair. So yeah, that is Henry David Thoreau. Let's just quickly go what he actually does. So Henry David Thoreau, I can probably murder his name. I do apologise. Was an American naturalist, essayist, poet, and philosopher. A leading, what are they trying to do to me today? He is best known for his book Walden, a reflection upon simple living in natural surroundings, and his essay Civil Disobedience, an argument for disobedience to an unjust state. Yeah, that guy is not far different to me. You know what? Reading further down, I'll read this bit. Thoreau, whatever his name is. Sorry, Henry David, but I'm just going to say Henry David now. Henry David's philosophy of civil disobedience later influenced the political thoughts and actions of such notable figures, such as, guess who? Martin Luther King Jr. And they're both in my tree. That is mad. That is crazy. Anyway, it's just fascinating. I think this will be the last one today because I realised I'm half an hour. Jackson Pollock. Could have chosen a better photo, couldn't I? Jeez. I will tell who does these photos. This is the Latter-day Saints. You can put photos on yourself and they will be assessed and double checked and triple checked before they're officially put on. But yeah, the majority of the photos are done by the Latter-day Saints that work on this every day. It's actually part of their homework. Part of their belief is that they should do some family tree every day. So yeah, these photos. This is a much nicer photo of him. Yeah, what I'm looking at now is, mind you, he's only 16, so maybe that's why they didn't choose that one. But anyway, Paul Jackson Pollock was an American painter and a major figure in the abstract expressionist movement. He was widely noticed for his drip technique of pouring or splashing liquid household paint onto a horizontal surface, enabling him to view and paint his canvases from all angles. It was so called all over painting and action painting, since he recovered the entire canvas and used force of his whole body to paint, often in a frenetic dancing style. This extreme form of abstraction divided the critics. Some praised the immediacy of the creation, while others derided the random effects. In 2016, Pollock's painting titled Number 17A was reported to have fetched 200 million in a private purchase. Oh, I've got to have a look at this. Let's see if I can show you guys this as well. Let's have a look. What the heck? Okay, let's see if I can show you this. Sorry, you have to see me for a minute. Okay, let's have a quick. Let's see if I can show you this one. There we go. Can you see that? Okay. But yeah, that's the picture that Jamie Pollock did. Mad. Anyway, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, shall we? Yeah, we're going to do. Shall I do one more? Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got what links here? Was the Collins Barclays again? Bit of a change there. Okay, so it's just first slide. Okay, Margaret. Okay. That's an interesting twist there. But yeah, so he's my 10th cousin twice removed. And let's see if this works again. So that's not done. Your parents don't count as one. You got 1, 2. Yeah. So yeah, that's how that's what the twice removed means. Okay, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's not uncles or cousins. It's so yeah. That's it for today. I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10 today. Yeah. So I will do this again, people. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me. I really appreciate it. And I shall all speak to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.